Hello and welcome to News at this hour. I am your host Rika Roy. On to our top story now. An international flight from Moscow to Goa made an emergency landing at Jamnagar following a bomb threat earlier today. A bomb squad as well as fire brigade teams reached the spot. Over 236 passengers were on board the flight and 8 crew members as well. The chartered flight from Moscow to Goa was diverted to Jamnagar after Goa ATC received a bomb threat. The aircraft is under isolation bay and bomb squad of Goa police is present at the Dabolim airport. Earlier I spoke to the SP of Jamnagar and this is what he had to say. सर हमें बताइए कि क्या सिचुएशन है अब जामनगर में और क्या सिचुएशन पे काबू पाया गया है?
जी मैम, एक ये मॉस्को से गोवा जाने वाली फ्लाइट थी और उसमें एक ऐसा मैसेज मिला था। उसी मैसेज के आधार पे जिला प्रशासन और पुलिस के द्वारा इमरजेंसी लैंडिंग है वो जामनगर एयरपोर्ट पे हुई है। उस लगभग 200 प्लस है वो पैसेंजर है। सभी पैसेंजर को उतार लिया गया है फ्लाइट से सेफली और सभी पैसेंजर की चेकिंग और फिस्किंग चालू है और विमान की BDDS टीम के द्वारा है चेकिंग चालू है और जो इमरजेंसी के अंदर मेडिकल टीम है यहाँ पर प्रेजेंट है और हॉस्पिटल और है वो सब अलर्ट पे है।
प्रेमसुख जी, क्या आप हमें बता सकते हैं मैसेज क्या था जिसकी वजह से ये इमरजेंसी लैंडिंग करवाना पड़ा?
विमान के अंदर बम का मैसेज था इसमें कि विमान जो ये फ्लाइट है इसके अंदर एक बम है और उसी के आधार पे इसकी इमरजेंसी लैंडिंग है वो यहाँ पे हुई है।
और इस वक्त सारे पैसेंजर्स और क्रू मेंबर्स सेफ है?
बिल्कुल सेफ है।
Now, there was high drama in Tamil Nadu Assembly today as in an unprecedented move, Governor R.N. Ravi skipped part of the address prepared by the government, which included references to secularism, Ambedkar and Dravidian leaders. A furious Chief Minister M.K. Stalin moved a resolution asking the Speaker to take on record only the speech prepared by the state government. The governor then stormed out in a huff.
Dramatic scenes inside the Tamil Nadu Assembly, with Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi walking out after his address, skipping even the national anthem. Moments after a face-off with the ruling DMK, after Chief Minister M.K. Stalin moved a resolution to not put on record the governor's speech, which was a tweaked version of the government's draft. In a rare departure, Governor R.N. Ravi skipped reference to secularism, social justice and women empowerment, all part of the government draft in his speech. Also, names of late leaders including Periyar and Ambedkar. Neither did he read the part calling the state a haven of peace, attracting foreign investments.
The Tamil Nadu government is the elected people government of Tamil Nadu. Majority people elected this government. They are giving the speech by book. He has to read it. He should read. So he is giving correction.
The Governor's Act came minutes after allies of the ruling DMK, including the Congress, shouted Tamil Nadu repeatedly, protesting Ravi's recent remarks, suggesting a change of name for the state from Tamil Nadu to Tamilagam.
And the truth is that we are all one. It's a part of Bharat and in fact Tamil Nadu. In fact, Tamil Nadu is the one place, let us say Tamilagam is more appropriate. This land keeps the soul of Bharat, the identity of Bharat, the idea of Bharat.
Rather, he is the spokesperson of RSS. They have started with Tamil Nadu. Very soon they will come with a statement that Uttara Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, all these Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh should be rechristened. And not only that, Maharashtra, Rashtra, and again Rajasthan, Stan.
There's been no response yet from the governor's house on today's events. Non-BJP ruled states accuse governors of running parallel administrations, undermining elected governments to appease their political masters. While today's face-off has triggered questions on behavior by both sides, the debate over the relevance of governors continues. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel for NDTV.
Moving on, central teams today reached Dehradun to survey villages affected by shifting soil in Joshimath, which has been declared a disaster-prone area. Around 600 homes have been evacuated. As NDTV's Tanushri Pandey now reports, this was a disaster waiting to happen.
The sacred town of our country, Joshimath, situated at 6,000 feet in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, is on the verge of sinking. Right behind me, the visual speaks for itself. A temple which has completely collapsed yesterday after it developed massive cracks and fissures, just like all other houses, hotels and roadways across the town. Situated at 6,000 feet in the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, Joshimath, the gateway to the holy pilgrimage sites of Badrinath and Hemkund Sahib, is clearly sinking. 600 structures at the very least have been damaged or partially destroyed. 32-year-old Lakshmi lost all her belongings after her house collapsed in front of her eyes.
घर हम अपने आंख सामने टूटते हुए देख रहे हैं और हम खुद जानते हैं कि हम इस हालत में अभी क्या हैं। आप देखिए पूरा घर हर तरीके से बिखर रहा है और हम हर जगह ऐसी देख रहे हैं, हर कोई आ रहा है, देख रहा है और चले जा रहे हैं। भले उन्होंने किया है हमारी व्यवस्था, पानी हमें ऐसी हालतों में देखा है तो स्कूल में शिफ्ट तो किया है, पर लेकिन हमारी मांग यही रहेगी कि जल्द से जल्द हमें अपनी छत दें और हम वहां सुरक्षित रह सकें।
But it did not happen overnight. A slew of wrong decisions and government negligence has caused the disaster. NDTV went to Joshimath in 2004 when explosions to carry out road construction and build power projects damaged the integrity of land here. A land which falls in a Zone 5 seismic zone, which means it's an active earthquake-prone zone.
We have seen it happening. We have shot those visuals and we have got photographs of the boards written that they do blasting from this to this officially. अगर इतना बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट आप ला रहे हो तो क्या आप सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहे हो? तो जो आप हमें बता रहे हैं कि हाइड्रो पावर प्रोजेक्ट जरूरी है, सड़कें जरूरी हैं, बिल्कुल जरूरी हैं, लेकिन सस्टेनेबिलिटी भी बहुत जरूरी है। बिकॉज आज जोशीमठ में क्या हो रहा है? अगर आप विकास के मॉडल की, क्या आज जोशीमठ के लोगों को फायदा हुआ आपके इस विकास के मॉडल से?
Decades ago, before the first power plant was constructed in Joshimath in 1980s, two Swiss geologists, Arnold Hem and Augusto Ganzier, carried out a survey and published a book in 1930s named Central Himalaya. They said in their book that Joshimath is situated on the debris of a landslide and is dangerous for any kind of construction work. But their warnings were blatantly ignored. Construction of a second power plant, NTPC's Tapovan Vishnugad hydropower project, started in 2006. NTPC has denied its latest construction activity. Two tunnels have anything to do with the land subsidence in Joshimath. Construction activity is not limited to Joshimath and the damage caused is evident across the region. In Rishikesh, 250 kilometers away, a tunnel being constructed by the railways also has massive cracks. Its structural integrity in doubt. Joshimath is a Zone 5 seismic zone, which means it's highly prone to earthquakes and it's a very sensitive area owing to its proximity with our border. Plus, it also connects two very important religious places, the Hemkund Sahib and the Badrinath. Now, the question is, after knowing all this, why did the government decide to bring in the NTPC plant and huge equipments and machineries in this fragile and sensitive region, which according to the residents of the area are the main reason for the damage on the ground? Was the government waiting for a
tragedy to happen. And as we show you shocking and horrific visuals from ground zero of an entire town gradually sinking, we leave you with a question and a thought. Is development more important than people's lives? With camera person Rakesh Singh in Joshimath in Uttarakhand, I'm Tanushri Pandey reporting for NDTV.
Now, Kashmiri Pandits on Monday protested in Jammu against the government over the issue of rehabilitation. This came days after Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha said employees who do not work would not get paid. Earlier, the Kashmiri Pandits protested, alleging that they have been receiving threats from terrorists and can't go back to work.
One demand, one solution. Relocation, relocation. One demand, one solution. Relocation, relocation.
Day 245 and counting for this protest by Kashmiri Pandit government employees in Jammu, who are posted in different departments in the Kashmir Valley, but have shifted to Jammu after target killings by militants and want to be relocated here. Like others protesting, 45-year-old Rohit Raina was posted in Kupwara with the education department, and he says that he has not been paid for 4 months after he came to Jammu.
मेरी भी सितंबर से बंद है। कुछ मेरे एम्प्लॉइज ऐसे हैं जिनकी मई से भी बंद है, जून से भी बंद है। सबको सैलरीज नहीं मिली है। ये बिल्कुल गलत स्टेटमेंट है कि सैलरी सबकी रिलीज करें।
जिस तरीके से वहाँ पे टारगेट किलिंग्स का सिलसिला स्टार्ट हुआ, हम लोग अब बहुत ज्यादा डर चुके हैं। हम लोग अपनी चेयर्स पे बैठ के मरना नहीं चाहते, वहाँ वर्क प्लेसेस पे मरना नहीं चाहते।
These are like unending protests which have started in May last year, and they don't know when they can go back to their offices honorably with this feeling that nobody can target them.
Since 2010, around 6,000 Kashmiri Pandits have been given government jobs under a special employment package and asked to work from the Kashmir Valley. But after targeted attacks that started last May, most Pandits have fled. While the BJP supports the demand for relocation, so far Jammu and Kashmir's Lieutenant Governor has refused to order any relocation. According to police, out of 26 targeted killings of civilians in Kashmir in 2022, only 4 are Kashmiri Pandits.
उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है। आज जो बड़ी मीटिंग हो रही है माननीय अमित शाह जी की, हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लीडर से, उस पे हमारी आशाएं टिकी हुई है। शाम को देखते हैं क्या उसका नतीजा आएगा।
All parties, including BJP, have supported relocation demand of Pandit employees. But it's an unending struggle for these employees for last 8 months. Pandits say that they are forced to choose between life and livelihood. With Nazir Masoodi in Jammu, in New Delhi, Rika Roy for NDTV. After all the controversy and protests, training for the first batch of nearly 40,000 Agniveers has begun across the country in specially designed courses and infrastructure adapted to make them battle-ready in the shortest duration of less than 8 months. My colleague Uma Sudhir reports.
Morning session of training for the first batch of Agniveers at Hyderabad's Artillery Centre. Nearly 40,000 Agniveers of the Indian Army have begun training across the country in specially curated courses that will last for less than 8 months and is designed to prepare them to be fighting fit in the Indian Army.
मेरा ड्रीम था कि मैं सर्वेंट बनूंगा तो सिर्फ अपने देश का सर्वेंट बनूंगा और सिर्फ आर्मी में ही सर्व करूंगा, उसके वगैरह किसी के अंडर में काम नहीं करूंगा।
हाँ मैम, हमारे पास तो बहुत सारे बंदे गांव में 50 बंदे प्रैक्टिस करते थे, उसमें से हम 2 ही बंदे सिलेक्ट हो गए। हमें प्राउड है कि हमें 4 साल के लिए तो भी देश की सेवा करने का मौका मिला है।
All Agniveers go through 10 weeks of basic training and then advanced specialization. The training methodology and infrastructure adapted to meet the dual requirement of future-ready soldiers and short duration of engagement of Agniveers.
10 weeks will be their basic military training in which they are being trained on the physical training, that strengthening of their body. Then the weapon training, the handling of the weapons with them. So they will be trained on their basic rifle, that is the assault rifle in SAS, they will be trained on. and in addition drill as well as the basic foundation course. So that's what they will be going initially for 10 weeks. And after 10 weeks, they will be diversified into the artillery training per se. So they will be trained on Indian field gun system and the light field gun system. And they'll be training in their respective, streams, whichever they get selected in.
We have worked out on the training curriculum, wherein we are fully conscious of the fact that today's youth is more techno-savvy. And that capability needs to be factored in our training curriculum. And that is precisely what we have done. If you really see the training infrastructure, the way we have gone for simulators, the way we have gone for automation, and that is what we have built upon in our training curriculum. And I'm very sure that is going to make the training interesting for them, and that will also make the training very, very efficient.
There is heavy focus on simulation for training on weapons and equipment.
One of the simulator which is used for training of Agniveers in the weapon training. They come to this simulator, get trained before they graduate onto actual live firing with live bullets. These have 10 lanes which have got 3 types of firing position, that is kneeling, lying as well as standing. It has 10 types of weapons, 10 lanes with weapons.
The next batch of Agniveers come in March, after which new batches are to be added every May and November.
The center certainly very, very well equipped and well planned to be able to give them that kind of a training that makes them ready for the Indian Army. In Hyderabad, with camera person Teja, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
A severe cold has engulfed northwestern part of India. The cold wave warning is for 5 states. Dense fog has affected flights. Trains are running late as well. Several private schools are to remain shut till the 15th of January.
May I have your attention, please?
63-year-old Patna resident Ram Vinayak Pal is helpless. With his family of 4, he spent one of Delhi's chilliest nights this season on the freezing platform floors of the capital's largest railway station.
हम लोग का ट्रेन छूट गई
फॉग की वजह से आप लेट हो गए थे, आप बता।
हाँ, कोहरा की वजह से।
कोहरे की वजह से। तो अब अगली ट्रेन कितने बजे की आपकी है?
कल है 6:30 बजे।
तो कल तक आप लोग इसी यहाँ पर ठंड में ही बाहर जैसे भी कंबल में जैसे भी आपको गुजारना पड़ेगी रात यहीं पर।
दूसरा कोई उपाय नहीं है ना।
Just like Ram Vinayak, hassled rail passengers running from pillar to post to inquire about the status of their trains. Some of them have spent close to 10 hours waiting on platforms in the biting cold. This as a thick layer of fog engulfed the national capital this morning, throwing rail services off track for the second consecutive day.
हमने पहले ट्रेन बुक की थी न्यू दिल्ली से लखनऊ के लिए जो 3:30 बजे थी और तेजस में हमने रिजर्वेशन कराया था और आज सुबह ही मैसेज आ रहा है कि वो ट्रेन कैंसिल हो गई है। मतलब एक दिन बिफोर, 1 डे बिफोर आना चाहिए, बट सुबह आ रहा है। तो अब बताइए हम कैसे अपना रीशेड्यूल करें ना चीजों को। उसके बाद हमने एक और ट्रेन बुक की जल्दी में 11:30 बजे की, और वो भी अभी यहाँ आने के बाद पता चल रहा है 4 बजे है। तो बहुत ज्यादा अनकन्वीनियंट हो रहा है हम लोगों को।
With visibility levels reduced to a minimum, not only the railways but Delhi's flight traffic went out of gear too. As dense fog seeped the city, nearly 150 flights were delayed since midnight yesterday.
मैं इंदौर जा रहा हूँ।
इंदौर जा रहे हैं, आपकी फ्लाइट कितना डिलेड है?
1 घंटे का डिले है।
1 घंटे का डिले है। तो आपने अपडेट्स ट्रैक कर लिया, आपको पता चल गया था टाइम से कि डिले है फ्लाइट?
अभी जस्ट एयरपोर्ट पहुँचने के बाद मुझे पता चला है कि ये मेरा डिले है इतना।
And as Delhiites reel under the unprecedented cold wave, the capital's homeless struggle to stay warm.
इसको हम मुश्किल नहीं समझ सकते हैं क्योंकि ये हमारी किस्मत जो है ना, जो है ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है।
एमसीडी का झाड़ू लगा। क्या करूँ, अब सामना करना पड़ता है, चाहे बारिश हो चाहे आंधी हो तूफान हो, थोड़ी देर इंतजार करता रुकता है, कर लेते। करना तो पड़ेगा ही, नहीं करेंगे तो ऊपर से दबाव आती है। घर जाके सुबह आने का मौका नहीं मिलता, इसीलिए जिस दिन जल्दी हो चले जाता, नहीं तो यहाँ सो जाता, सुबह उठ के अपना काम कर लेते।
This blinding fog is actually smog or toxic air. Calm winds and a falling mercury have led to a sudden deterioration of the capital's air quality. Delhi's AQI is currently in the severe category, and the cancer-causing PM 2.5 pollutant is nearly 100 times the safe limit set by the World Health Organization. For Delhiites, once again, it's time to mask up. In New Delhi with camera person Sushil Rathi and Pavan Kumar, Vedant for NDTV.